eMudhra has actually opened their QIP for issue. It's a 200 crore QIP which they've launched, floor price at 443.56 rupees per share. Now to talk more about in terms of QIP, what are their plans going forward, we're joined by Mr. V. Srinivasan, Chairman at eMudhra this afternoon. Thank you so much, sir, for joining in with us this afternoon on ET Now. It's a pleasure having you on the show, sir. And okay, sir, let's just start with the basics. One, in terms of obviously, where is this fund that you're raising via QIP? Where is that going to be used? What's the use of these funds? As well as, how is the traction so far coming in on the first day of the QIP, which is open today?
Yeah, I'll first explain the use of funds. So we are, if you see, we are mainly focused on the cyber security, and we are a cyber security company. And we have done a lot of R&D, and though it is not in commercial use, it has started in the defense and various areas. And when we say the PKI, the conventional algorithms, what we currently use doesn't take care of the post-quantum needs. So we are evolving a product to take care of the post-quantum needs. So for that, the R&D is going on. So we are going to spend some amount on this product. Then the second is when we do the cryptography, there is an encryption. And when the encryption takes place, analyzing the encrypted data becomes very difficult. And then for the purpose of analysis, when you decrypt at that point of time, the data is subject to vulnerability. So that's where without decrypting, how do we analyze? So that kind of a encryption, how do we do? This is another concept we are working on, which is called the fully homomorphic encryption. So for that, we are evolving how do we develop the product so that the encryption can be a fully homomorphic. So there is no need for a decryption while doing the analysis. And the third area what we are working is on the mobile PKI. Up to now, the digital signatures PKI, it is coming in the HSM device or in the token device. So how do we bring it to mobile? So from the mobile itself, people can encrypt, decrypt data and use their signatures and all this. So these three new areas we are working. So almost out of the QIP of 200 crore, about 44-45 crore will be used in these three areas. Then the second is if we see the US market, last 4-5 years we are doing geographical expansion. So we have expanded to US market. Currently this year we may achieve good amount of revenue in the US market. So the need for a US working capital is continuously increasing. And with more and more business in the US, the working capital will further increase. So to fund that working capital, around 27 crore is earmarked for that. Then the other thing we are also looking at, if you see last year, we made one acquisition on the services company around this cyber security area. Now we are also looking at product companies and services companies in the cyber security area. So for that acquisition, another 85 crore is earmarked for that, and the balance out of 200 crore is earmarked for the general corporate expenditure. So these are broadly the headings on which we will be spending this QIP money. And the subscription is going well. So we have opened the issue, it will be closed on Wednesday. So, but up to now, the subscription is going very well.
Very good afternoon, Mr. Srinivasan. This is Shrishti also joining in. So the part of the QIP will be the growth capital for the company, as well as you are planning to use this for the US markets. So two-part questions. Firstly, how this R&D businesses that you are putting your money in is expected to fuel the growth or fuel the top line and the bottom line of the company in the next 2 to 3 years. And also, since your global division contributes around 45% in the top line, so how do you, since you're putting the money in the US markets?
No, over time, the global revenue will be fast increasing. So if you see the 3-4 years back, almost we had no global revenue. From there, continuously global revenue has increased. And this year, as you lately said, it may be around 45%. So going forward over the next 2 to 3 years, it could become Indian revenue could become 33% and global revenue could become 66%. And towards that, these products also will help in growing the global revenue. But at the same time, the Indian revenue also will increase. And coming to the other question on what kind of top line growth, we have been, if you see, we have been growing from 131 crore to 180 crore, from there to 50 crore. This year, we have given a guidance of around 360 crore. So that is the kind of growth we have been having with the combination of this new R&D product development and also some part of the acquisition. Probably we feel maybe around 30-35% growth could be possible for us.
Okay, 30-35% growth is something that is possible. Mr. Srinivasan, actually, I'm going to pick on a point that you were first making in terms of obviously one acquisition you've already made. That's, I believe, Icon Tech, which is in cybersecurity solution. And you said some
Yes.
more also that you are looking at. So, specifically, any company that you have identified so far in terms of an acquisition in the global markets, and by when can we expect this inorganic growth also that you're looking at?
We have not signed any definitive agreement with anybody because without money in place, we didn't want to do that. But we have looked at 3-4 companies. One is a certifying authority in Europe. Another one is specifically on the email signature certificates and those kind of things. So like that, some 4-5 company we have looked at. But once the money is in place, then we will go more aggressively and then try to see how to conclude the deal. But anyway, it may take 3 to 4 months to conclude at least.
All right, and lastly, Mr. Srinivasan, because this particular year the company has done pretty well on the financial terms, and you also say that the company still sticks to the guidance of 360 crores in the top line. So going ahead in FY25, what's the visibility? Any growth number there?
No, as of now, we have not yet finalized because still 3 months to go, but I feel maybe 30% growth should be possible.
Right. Sir, also I want to understand in terms of your market share outlook. I believe currently it's at around 35% is of digital signature. So what is the market share outlook that one could have from the company in the next
That is only the digital signature segment in India. Because
Yeah.
if you see today, though 4-5 years back, the digital signature in India was the predominant contributor. Today, the digital signature in India itself contributes only 25% of the overall, 25 to 30% of the overall revenues. The other things are all solutions in the international, domestic and international. Within this digital signature segment, even recently we made an assessment, it was about 39.3% we command the market.
1 minute. Okay, and sir, also order wins that are there in Q3, any outlook ahead, client confidence and demand trend, how is that looking like on that front?
No, a lot of good projects we are winning, but the names cannot be disclosed. Several projects are in defense projects. Several projects are some of the African country establishing the root certifying authority itself. Then in the USA also some retail chain giving the digital transformation product, using our digital transformation product, replacing their existing product. So all those kinds of wins are happening. But because the name cannot be disclosed, so I'm not in a position to disclose the name. But these are all quite a large customers with marquee names.
All right, Mr. Srinivasan, with this we'll let you go on that. Thank you so much for joining us today on ET Now and helping us understand that where the company plans to utilize this QIP and how is the kind of growth that you are looking forward ahead. But with this, viewers,